This video provides an overview of the Ecosystem Services Opportunity Mapping Tool developed as part of the Greater Manchester Ecosystem Services Opportunity Mapping Project, which was completed in 2019. The mapping tool has been funded by the European Union Revolving Investment in Cities Europe Fund and developed in collaboration with our client, the Greater Manchester Combined Authority, as well as the project steering group and key stakeholders. The tool was developed to expand upon the previous project, which assessed land in the water corridors of the Irwell Management Catchment and identify opportunities that changes in land use or management could bring in terms of improved ecosystem services. The key difference with this project is that the study area has been expanded to the full Greater Manchester Combined Authority boundary. An opportunity arises on land which, given its physical, social, economic, geographic, and cultural characteristics, offers potential to improve ecosystem service functioning and thus uplift natural capital value. An opportunity only exists where there is a combination of both feasibility and need. The opportunity mapping layer is hosted on Mapping GM, and provides an overview of areas where interventions would be most likely to enhance ecosystem services and, in turn, increase natural capital within the Greater Manchester Combined Authority. The boundary of the project was the combined boundary of all 10 local authorities within Greater Manchester. The total area of the study boundary was approximately 1,300 square kilometers and comprised around 4 million individual Ordnance Survey master map parcels. To access Mapping GM, navigate to Maps, select GM Odin, click the button View the Map, then accept the Mapping GM terms and conditions. You'll be presented with a map displaying the Greater Manchester Combined Authority boundary. This is the combined boundary of all 10 local authorities within Greater Manchester. The opportunity mapping layer can be found within the table of contents on the right by expanding Environment and Ecology and then scrolling down to GM Ecosystem Services Opportunity. This layer is composed of 3 main display styles that can be selected from the drop-down: Ecosystem Services Score, Broad Habitat Type, and Sub-Habitat Type. Additional styles are available for individual ecosystem services. By selecting one of these styles, the legend will update, allowing you to identify the type or score of the parcels that are visible. The Ecosystem Services style is composed of 9 ecosystem services, including water quality, flood mitigation, and carbon sequestration. You can zoom into and out of the map by using the scroll wheel on your mouse, or the buttons in the top left corner. Or, to zoom into a specific area, hold Shift and draw a box by clicking and holding the left mouse button. Parcel colors denote the level of opportunity from blue through green, yellow, orange, and red. Blue indicates very low opportunity, and red indicates high opportunity. Parcels that haven't been scored due to their nature, such as roads, rails, and buildings, are colored gray. Parcels that were not able to be accurately identified and subsequently scored are magenta. It's worth pointing out that opportunity is not an assessment of land quality. Low opportunity does not mean low quality, rather it's usually an indicator that the parcel is operating at an optimal level and has little opportunity to improve further. By selecting a parcel and clicking the radial bar chart link in the pop-up, a chart will appear visualizing the scores attained by that parcel across the 9 ecosystem services. By hovering over the name of each service, a list is displayed showing indicative works and interventions that could apply to that parcel. This list is not inclusive of all options and the items listed are there to offer suggestions on how each ecosystem service score could potentially be increased. Overall, there are over 30 individually scored attributes. These can be seen by clicking an ecosystem service segment. These attributes may be scored binary, either 0 or 1, indicating the presence or absence of an opportunity from that parcel. Or they may be graded, for example from 0 to 3, indicating the level of opportunity that may exist. Hovering over the attribute name will also show indicative works and interventions that may apply to that specific attribute. Also available are the broad and sub-habitat types. By viewing the broad habitat type category, 7 high-level classes are displayed. For example, agriculture, green space, and urban. These classes are primarily derived from MasterMap, but where available, additional datasets are used. If you're just focusing on one of the 9 ecosystem services in the scope of the project, then you have the option to select a single ecosystem service. By selecting the sub-habitat type category, we can see these have been broken down into a further 26 classes, such as parks, gardens, sports facilities, buildings, roads, and footpaths. Full details on the assessment methodology developed within the Greater Manchester Combined Authority, as well as the user guide and datasets catalog, are available through the information links on Mapping GM. It's anticipated that funders, policymakers, project developers, and infrastructure planners will use the opportunity mapping layer to support and inform their decisions on protection of the natural environment, delivering projects with a natural capital approach. It's important to note that the opportunity mapping layer is not a replacement for local knowledge. It's been derived from multiple sources of data, many captured at small scales. Its suited purpose is more aligned with aiding the decision-making process rather than being the driving force behind it. In addition, it's only as good as the data used to inform it. Some datasets are limited in coverage or may not exist at all in other areas. Therefore, it shouldn't be assumed to be complete or perfect.